You need to record. Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Aldiana. I'm going to be your therapist today.
Good
Can
morning.
you
How are
tell me
you?
what is your name?
My name is Sam.
Hi, Sam.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Um, Welcome to this session. Is this the first time that you ever had a session like this before?
Yeah, it's my first time. My
Okay.
OBGYN recommended I come to the session after I visited her last week.
Okay. Before we go with further questions and with this session, I just want to tell you that this session is going to be long, about 15 to 20 minutes. And you can ask any questions you want. And before we go further, I would like to tell you that this session is confidential, and no information will be revealed unless there is a threat to your own health and towards other people. I would need to report that. And do you understand that?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
And also, another thing is that I need to ask for your permission to start and proceed with the session.
Yeah.
Okay. Now tell me, what's going on? What bring you in?
I came in because I've been having just kind of not having interested in doing anything. I've been sleeping a lot. Um, Basically just laying in bed all day, not really showering. I just had a baby about 8 months ago, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't have no desire to want to be around the baby. And it's
Mm-hmm.
just, I don't know. So, and my husband and I've been arguing about it. He's been getting really upset and saying that he just wants things to be normal.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and how long does this last? How long it's been going on like this?
It's been going on for a couple months. So my daughter is about 8 months old. Um, and this is my fifth child. But it's been going on about 2 months. It started gradually with me, like not doing certain things around the baby. And then after a while, I just been sleeping longer time and not
Mm-hmm.
getting out of bed and not showering and just,
Mm-hmm. I understand. It seems like it's a lot that you're going through right now, right?
yeah, it's very frustrating and sad. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
just kind of want to just not be bothered with the baby and not be bothered with anybody, just want to lay down.
I understand. So you mentioned that this is your fifth child. Did you have any situations like this before with your previous children?
No, my other children, I was really involved. I didn't really have, I was, I read to them, I interacted with them, I played with them a lot. So, but this one, I'm just really not interested in anything. I'm just kind of really have no desire to want to do anything with her.
Mm-hmm.
I have no, I don't read to her like I did with my other kids. I don't play with her. I don't. Most times, if she starts crying, I get frustrated. Very, I guess, just frustrates me. So then I end up on calling the dad and just giving her to her dad to deal with it because I just can't deal with being around and listening to her cry.
I understand. Um, Now, your other children, are they around all the time? Do they go to school, preschool,
Yeah, my
kindergarten?
other kids are in the one next to this one. He's 5, so he just started kindergarten, but the other ones are in like middle school and high school.
Oh, okay. So they're big ones. Now, tell me, regarding your relationship with your husband, how is he doing? Is he helping? Is he helpful? Is he there for you? Is he understanding? How's
Yeah,
your relationship?
I mean, he's been very helpful and supportive. He's been to helping with the baby a lot more, but he works full time and I'm home all the time. So when he
Mhm.
comes home, I just pretty much let him just handle the baby, because I just get frustrated with everything, and just sometimes
Mhm.
the baby would just cry and cry in the
Mhm.
room, and I don't do anything. So he gets mad and he's really worried. So,
Mhm.
but he's been very supportive. He's been very helpful in helping me with the baby. He's been,
Mhm.
making sure the kids get to school and just being there. He's been really good.
Good. Um, when you are alone at home with the baby and you are in those really tough situations, have you ever caught yourself maybe to get out of the control in terms of possibility to hurt the child?
No, I love that. I don't want to hurt the child. I just don't have any desire and interest. I don't want to hurt the baby. I don't want to really hurt myself in any way.
Yeah.
But I just don't want the baby around. I don't want to, change him. I don't want to read to him. I don't want to interact with him at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Okay.
hearing him just cry upsets me and makes me mad and angry. So I just try to not be around.
Mm-hmm. I understand. Um, I would be, since we are talking about this, my next question will be more specific regarding possible suicidal thoughts or even possibility to hurt yourself. These questions are, there's only three questions. They're very specific, but they're very clear. And the answers for you will be yes or no. So first question is, have you thought about being dead or what it would be like to be dead? Have you ever thought of that?
No,
Have you wished you were dead or wished you could go to sleep and never wake up?
no,
Do you wish you weren't alive anymore?
no.
These are very specific questions, but I have to ask them in order to get a better picture if you ever thought of hurting yourself.
Okay. No, I
Because
haven't thought about hurting myself.
okay, because people when they're depressed and they're feeling really low and they have a troubles with that, they often have this kind of thoughts, and I would like to make sure that you are really clear about it and tell me that you are not thinking about this and hurting yourself or your child.
No, I'm not thinking about hurting myself or my child.
Okay, very well. Now tell me how you would see this being different. Like, what is that you would like to make a difference? As your husband, he said that he wished you to be back to normal. What is that normal, and how you would change this situation that you're in?
Like how is it, what I need to do to be normal?
Yes. What do
Um,
you think? What would
I
you
guess
do?
being more involved in my house daily activities. Like he would come, I'll have food ready on the table. Dinner, kids will be ready already. Everybody homework will be done. The baby will be taken care of, and we'll just kind of sit as a family and watch TV. But now I'm more, when he comes home, there's no dinner on the table. The kids are still struggling with their homework, so because nobody's really helping them. So he gets mad, and saddens me to see that. Um, but I just don't have the desire and the energy to want to be involved in anything that's going on around me.
Yeah. So basically, everything that you described is something that you think it's normal and it's something that it should happen. Basically, this is the life that you and him you see as a normal life. It is really nice that you said all of that, and described how dinner will be ready, how family and everything will be taken care of. It's really kind of like very organized, but life is not always like that perfect picture, having a dinner and all of this. And maybe sometimes you as a mother and a wife, maybe you're putting so much on yourself trying to achieve that, and sometimes you get kind of burned. Do you feel that this is possibility that you feel overwhelmed and burned out?
Possible that I'm overwhelmed and burned out. But I guess it's just they're concerned because with the baby, with this baby, I'm kind of more withdrawn, whereas the other baby, things hadn't really changed much as far as my life. But the only difference is the baby, and because of me not interacting with the baby like I did with the other kids, I think that's mainly the concern that they were concerned that I might be, not as interactive with the baby as I should be.
So, in compare with your previous pregnancies and children, what was different? How did you cope with the previous one versus this one now? What did you do before that you actually were not in this situation? What was
Um, with the other kids, I would read to them. I would take them out. We would go to the park. We would do like other stuff. But this baby, I'm just kind of like, I think I've taken her to the park once. I haven't really read to her like my other kids. I used to read and sing to them all the time, and just get them involved into activities of learning. But I have no desire to want to be around the baby.
Yeah. Is anything that you're doing for yourself that makes you happy? Is there any time that you could go possibly with the friends out or spend some time alone away from everybody?
I
Do
used
you
to
do
do
any of
that,
that?
but lately, in the last couple months, I haven't been really interested in doing all of that. Half of my time, I just want to spend either laying in my bed and sleeping.
Mhm. Okay. Have you been ever taking any antidepressants? Any
No.
medication? No. Okay. Have you ever thought of that? That you should give it a try to antidepressants too?
No, I haven't really thought about it.
Okay. Well, there's probably a possibility that you might gonna need it. Would you be open for something like that?
I guess,
Give
possibly.
it opportunity, yeah. Along with this therapy sessions, I think there's possibility that you might gonna need some antidepressants as well to help you, uh, have the little more serotonin that can help you get out of the bed and um, kind of just go back to normal life, right? Um, so you described that you do have a pretty good relationship with your husband. It seems to me that there's no many problems there. In a case if ever happened that something like hurting yourself or your child cross up your mind, I want you to call him and tell him that you do have a trouble with that, or you can call suicide crisis line where you can talk to people regarding that. But please keep that in mind that there's a help out there and that you have a good support, obviously, that can help you with that. I don't want you to hurt yourself or your baby.
Okay.
Would you do that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, so you would be able to. So there's a couple of things that we need to look into the future. So take some antidepressants, come to the therapy sessions. Um, Always think about that hurting yourself or your baby, it's not the answer. It's not a solution to the problems. I want you to fight through this. You can do it. You raise other 4 children. I'm sure you can do it for this one too.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Okay, thank
do you
you.
have any questions for me?
No.
Okay. Alrighty. So I will see you for the next session and we'll talk a little bit more about all of this. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. And your name?
My name is Sam.
Hi, Sam. How are you? My name is Abby Johnson. I'm going to be your counselor today, okay?
Hi, Abby.
So, I understand that you've been having some kind of low moods and low energy since the birth of your child. Can you tell me what's going on with that?
Well, it's been a while now that ever since I had my fifth baby, I just feel very depressed, very low. I just don't want to get up. I just don't want to go out of the bed and do anything. I just let, child crying, and I can't wait for my husband to come home so he can take care of the baby.
Okay, so before we continue on, let me just, there's a few things I want to kind of make sure it's okay and ask your permission for us to do the session, okay?
Yes.
First, I just want to let you know that we're going to, that what we discuss is going to be confidential between us. I'm not going to disclose patient confidentiality with anybody else. There are a few exceptions, however, if you thought about hurting yourself or if you thought about hurting anybody else, then I have to unfortunately disclose that information to either a family member or to the police. Okay?
Okay.
Do you understand where I'm? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. And I also would like to ask your permission for us to continue with the sessions.
Yes.
And our session is going to be about 10 to 20 minutes for each sessions, and it's going to be a short sessions. Hopefully, we'll be done within the next couple 2 months of our sessions, about 20 minutes twice a day. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. So let me understand, you've been kind of feeling really sad and really depressed and just kind of down since the baby. Is that what I'm getting from you?
Yeah. Ever since I had a baby, I was having some, struggles at the beginning, and then I kind of did feel a little bit better. But I would say in the past 2, 3 months, I'm just kind of really low. I feel I don't want to do anything, feel very sad. I feel I have no interest um, do any activities with my baby or with my children, and just kind of being very low. And my husband is not really happy with that. He keeps saying that I need to work on myself. I need to do something about this. I need to go back to normal. But I just feel I can't do it.
Have you ever had previous incident where you've been kind of in this mood that you're feeling right now?
I had I think with my second child, but it didn't last as long. I
Okay.
would say it was only like for about maybe a couple weeks, right after I had my baby. But doctor said that that's okay, will go away, and it did go away. It's nothing like this. I never had anything like this. Like
So it sounds
being
like you've had to deal with problems before. You had to deal with struggle, but before it looks like you were able to kind of pull yourself out of it. But at this time around, it's a lot different, and you're struggling to kind of pull yourself out of it. Is that what I'm
yeah,
understanding?
that's exactly right. It's kind of like I feel like stuck in a hole that I don't know how to get out of it. I just feel very low energy. I just don't want to even go take a shower. I just feel very, very low, very sad, not interested.
Okay. Can you tell me how many hours I'm sorry?
Kind of like irritated by my child, my baby, and other children running around and yelling, and it's just kind of too much.
Okay. And when you say too much, what do you mean?
Kind of like too much noise, too much going on.
Okay. Okay. So,
Every child has something to ask or something like that.
okay. Can you tell me how have you been sleeping?
I've been sleeping too much.
On an
I've been,
average, would you say how many hours of sleep are you doing right now?
I would say 8 to 10 hours a day.
Okay, 8 to 10. And how many hours of sleep did you sleep before?
Uh, Not a whole lot with a lot of kids. I like 6, 7 hours before, and I'll be up and running and do all the activities and get the kids ready to go to school and stuff. But this is different. This is kind of like I feel tired all the time. I feel I want to sleep, and that's all. I don't feel like I'm going to make a dinner or something like that for my kids. It's really hard.
So it looks like your sleeping habits have changed significantly since the baby.
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So you said before that you were stuck and you felt low energy. Tell me what's going on with that.
It just kind of like I feel once all everybody goes out of the house, little kids go to kindergarten, big one go to elementary school, and everything is just I stay with the baby. I just stay in the bed. I just don't feel doing anything. Go clean, go do this, do that, take care of myself. Um, kind of like, you know, I don't even eat that much. I don't have much appetite.
So it sounds like you're not as excited to to care for the baby. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes.
Okay. And I know you do love your baby. Have you ever tried to hurt yourself or thoughts of hurting yourself or the baby?
No, I never feel that much bad, I would say. I just feel low in energy. I just kind of like I feel lazy, but too much lazy. You know what I mean? Not really like hurting myself
Okay.
or God forbid my baby.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad that you have not reached to that point yet, and that's why we're here in these sessions today to make sure that we kind of figure our way for you to cope with. So you're very tired.
I
I
told
see you
you,
didn't get enough sleep.
I always feel very tired and low energy, and I just feel I want to get up.
Okay. And that's definitely understandable, especially if you don't get enough sleep. So that's something maybe we can work on trying to focus on ways to get you to that point to be able to get enough sleep through the course of this session. Okay?
Hmm.
Okay. So tell me about what's before you said I know you have other kids. What did you do when those other kids was born that are different from now that you're doing with this baby?
Excuse me. I think, as far as I remember, I never had this many, like this much low energy. I feel, as far as I remember, I would just, you know, go with them. We have to go to the park. We have to do this. We have to do that. It just kind of like, I don't remember what exactly I did, but it's just that I feel I had more energy than I had now.
Okay.
And
So and during the course of your pregnancy, what were your expectation of being a mother? What did you expect, or what did you have in mind or plan to do with the baby?
my fifth baby, I did not expect anything because I did not even expect to have a baby.
So I guess it was a surprise.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I didn't expect to have a baby.
So at this point, with you not, do you have any expectation as far as with you not in being interested in the baby? What do you want to do now?
I think if I maybe just have a little break from everybody,
When you say break, what do you mean?
kind of just to go do something for myself.
Like what? What are some things that you would like to do for yourself?
Uh, Maybe just go like with friends and talk to them. Maybe like I would enjoy maybe massage, just to spend few hours away from everybody. Just kind of have like a little bit of peace so I can, at least walk through the park or read a book or something like that. Not to just have somebody around me asking me questions and crying and wants mommy, mommy all the time. I think that's what I need to do.
So it sounds like you're saying you want just some time away from you for you that will allow you to just be you and do what you want to do, correct?
Yes,
And what are
exactly.
some things that you think you can do with the baby?
Well, I could probably take a baby out to the park, put in a stroller, and just go for a walk. That's, or maybe somewhere, I don't know, like playgrounds or somewhere maybe play with other babies.
Okay. So you want, so it sounds like you want time for yourself and you want to be able to take the baby out and spend a little bit more time or interacting a little bit more with the baby. Is that what I'm gathering from you?
Yeah, yeah. I think it would be nice. Maybe what I should start doing, make myself really push myself to go out with baby with a stroller, or maybe on a playground or something. Maybe I should go there. Maybe I'm gonna meet somebody else there, some other moms.
So
Maybe
that's
that.
not, those sounds like some positive things that we can do to deal with your interaction with the baby and you spending more time instead of ignoring what is going on around you. Okay,
Mhm.
but we're gonna do that in a slow process, and instead of doing it on a daily basis, maybe how would you say about like maybe once a week or twice a week?
Maybe for beginning, I can do once a week.
Okay, that's fair enough. So once a week, we'll make you can make plans maybe with your neighbor or another mom that you know that you guys can just meet up to take the baby out. And then what time? You say your husband is involved. So what's going? How's your relationship with your husband?
Good. He understands that I'm overwhelmed. He understands that it's not easy to be mother of 5 children. So he is helping, he's helping when he's at home, but he's not always at home. He works a long hours. Somebody has to make money to feed those 5 kids. So he's not that often at home. It's kind of like
Okay. So what are his time? What are some when does he come home and when what time does he come home?
he usually comes home like between 6 and 7.
Okay. Between 6 and 7. And what about the weekends? How does the weekend look? Does he work
He
weekend?
Yeah, he works every other Saturday. So sometimes we have a weekends together, like Saturday and Sunday together.
Okay, okay. So what about finding a time? What time would be a good time between the time he comes home and on the weekends as he's off that you would think you can be able to fit in to his schedule for you to be able to have your time?
Well, I think when he comes home, I would be probably able right after dinner maybe to go out and walk. But sometimes I feel bad to then leave 5 kids for him because he just came home from work and it's like I'm at home already. So I just kind of sometimes just feel uncomfortable asking him, hey, can you stay at home with all of them while I'm going out for a walk? Um, so I think that's what it is. But I'm sure that he will do that, like if I ask him. So maybe I should see, maybe to talk to him about it.
Okay. So we're going to work on trying to make arrangement with your husband on trying to find a time, you want maybe once a week, twice a week, um, even once every week, where you can spend a day,
Hmm.
an hour of the day, where you leave the house and do what you want to do, whether it's going out to the park, going out to the movies, go like you say, you want a nice massage, right?
Hmm.
So maybe that's something we can work on. So there's two things right now we're trying to work on. One is once a week, we're gonna try to make sure go out with the baby, and then we're gonna try to make time for you. Does
Hmm.
that sound something that's feasible?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Um, and then we can over the time as the time go by, we can incorporate other things that you would like to do with the baby. Like you said, with your other kids, you are more interactive and more spending time reading with them. So maybe that's something we can try to incorporate. What do you think?
I think that's a good idea. I think I just have to start doing something. That this is not the answer. Just keep doing the same thing. So I'll try to do my part of the work and just try to push myself and have some effort to do something about
And I agree. You should try to, push to, to make time to do that. You don't want to push yourself too far or too long, because then at the end of the day, if you start pushing yourself, you're going to not accomplish our goal that we have set up. Okay. So
Yeah.
there's other areas too that I want you, if you start having other issues, I'm going to connect you with a therapeutic, a group that that support mothers that with young babies that interact with them. So I will also help you. I'll give you information about them, okay? And then maybe the next visit we can see how we can move to other things with the baby and with yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
So into accomplishing your behaviors, we're gonna make sure we work on finding time, an hour a week for you to go out with the baby, and then an hour a week for you to accomplish trying to find time for you to do stuff. Okay.
Sure.
All right. So I'll see you at the next sessions, and thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
You're welcome. See you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful night.